2010. We've certainly been through a lot to get here tonight, haven't we? Countless standardized tests, endless essays, and Mrs. Price only knows how many detentions. No, I mean real challenges, real obstacles. September 11th, 2001 was the first attack on U.S. soil since Pearl Harbor, but it was also a school day. We were in 4th grade at the time, and though we were too young to understand, we were old enough to know devastation when we saw it. We watched the evils of the world with innocent eyes and wondered why. 4 years later, in our first weeks of 8th grade, Hurricane Katrina hit. Still young and naive, we watched with horror as our countrymen died, helpless and alone. Still, we wondered why. Just last year, a single day humbled us all when the American stock market plummeted to an all-time low. Juniors in high school, we were no longer protected by innocence or naivety. We were old enough to make the connection to 1929, old enough to know exactly what it meant, and brave enough to face it. We did not sit and wonder why. We stood to make a difference. When the housing bubble burst, we comforted our friends who lost their homes. We did extra chores around the house or got jobs to lighten the load on mom and dad. We came together in a time of extraordinary need, and here we are tonight, victorious over the cruelties life has dealt us. Yes, class of 2010, we have been through a lot, and we will go through more. If we've learned one thing in our 12 years together, it's that life isn't always fair. But maybe, just maybe, this was a lesson we learned too soon. After the many tragedies we faced, it would be easy to become pessimistic. It would be easy to become discouraged. The world would understand if we gave up. Generations before us have given up, and generations after us may give up still. But, Matadors, we are not led. We lead the dawn of a new decade. The media tells us that the outlook is bleak, that we should be apprehensive, that we should be afraid. They preach fear and hopelessness. But as I look out at your faces tonight, I cannot help but be hopeful. Look among you. In this sea of blue and gold are merit scholars, accomplished artists, future soldiers, state champions, and so many who have overcome private struggles of their own. While others surrender, we charge forth into the world undaunted and unafraid. We hold our heads high, and against all odds, we dare to dream of a better future. Tonight, we will take our separate paths into the world, but we will always be connected by the memories that we share. And though time will cloud our memories, we will never forget the friends who stood by us when times were tough. We will never forget the teachers who cared about more than our education. And we will never forget the strength that we all found within ourselves. Tonight marks the end of an old era, and tomorrow, the dawn of a new decade, our decade. Matadors, I commend you.
Thank you, Allaire. I would now like to introduce Mrs. Nancy Case, member of the Paradise Valley Unified School District Governing Board.